Whether you are a student, a working professional, an entrepreneur, this video is for you. This is going to change your life, and I am not saying it lightly. In this video, I'll tell you how to build a personal brand. And don't limit personal brand building to becoming an influencer. A personal brand can help you get jobs, it can land promotions, it can help you network with great people, it can get your startup funding. You don't need to be an influencer to create your personal brand. These are two different things, and we'll talk about this. Of all the people, why you should listen to me? Because I was LinkedIn top voice for 2022, like I am. And I have 100,000 plus followers on Twitter, on LinkedIn, 50,000 followers across other social media platforms as well. So I know a little bit about this. I'm also going to give 5 copies of my favorite book around personal branding, The Storyteller's Secret. This book helped me a lot during my formative years and told me how to tell stories. I learned a lot from it. I want you to learn a lot from it. And I'll tell you how to win this book during this video. Before we get into personal branding, let's talk about what we think about personal branding today. Today, personal branding has become more about influencer, and Gary Vee and other content creators have basically told you to, create enough content, put it on social media and wait for the magic to happen. And if you create enough content for a long period of time, something might happen. Let's talk about influencers for a second. You see a lot of people making a lot of money and having a great lifestyle. But do you know that for every one person who is making a lot of money being an influencer, 99 other are creating equal amounts of content, putting equal amounts of hard work, but not getting anywhere. And we don't want to be in that boat. We don't want to do personal branding for brand deals and to become an influencer and to leave our job. We want to do personal branding to get other opportunities, to create our own luck. What I want you to understand is you don't need to get 100,000 followers to create your personal brand. What you need is to establish yourself as a credible authority in your field, right? If I'm into GraphQL, if I'm into JavaScript, people should know that I am great at these things. That's what your personal brand is, not the number of followers. Just to tell you, even in college, this helped me a lot. I was good at network security then, and I used to take a lot of seminars and workshops for my juniors. Even my seniors knew I was good. And one of the seniors who was working in a networking company, when they had an internship opening, they referred me. So personal branding helps you at every level of your career. Let's go through this stepwise, how to build your personal brand the right way. Step 1, identify your niche. This could be anything. For me, it was network security in college, then it became AI for some time, then it became web development, now it's education. It could be something which you're passionate about, where you want to go deep, and if it connects to your profession, it's even better, right? If it connects to something which you work on, to your career, it will give you even better results when you make a personal brand out of it. Step 2 is find the smallest possible group. When I started learning web development, I started learning Bootstrap. And I asked people in my office, hey guys, do you know Bootstrap? They said, no. I said, I can teach you. I can take a brown bag session. And only 7 people registered for it. And I took the session for those 7 people, multiple sessions, 3-hour sessions, right? But those sessions helped me establish my brand in the office as someone who is learning something new and someone who is getting into web development right now. Even now, when I'm learning entrepreneurship, I am creating these videos. I teach my younger sister about the concepts I'm learning. Teaching and talking to even one person about what you are learning starts establishing your personal brand and helps you to prepare for step 3. Step 3 is polishing the same content, right? The whole idea of having novelty of content, of having you to create content every day, every second for your followers is such an influencer thing. You don't need novelty of content. What you need is novelty of people and repetition of content, because repetition of content makes your content sound better, and novelty of people would add every workshop you do for 20 people, for 30 people, for 50 people, it would add to your personal group, it would add to your personal network. People would realize that, hey, you're an expert at something. So instead of novelty of content, focus on novelty of people and repetition of content. Step 4 is find communities. After you exhaust your personal contacts, you can go to colleges, you can go to meetups. I have done this myself. When I was creating my brand around web development, I used to go to multiple colleges and teach there. Teaching was fun. It was good time spent over weekends. When I was creating my brand across the community, I used to go to multiple JavaScript meetups and gave talks. Those talks then opened my doors for international talks and established me as a credible figure in the React JavaScript ecosystem. So you have to take the baby steps. Start from teaching your juniors, start from teaching people in college, and then go to meetups, and then go to international conferences and establish your personal brand among your peers. Step 5 is now you post on social media. Again, not for likes, but for logs. What do you mean by log? Whatever you are thinking, whatever comes to your mind around your brand, around your niche, post it. Because when you meet these people during meetups, during conferences, you can say, hey, you can follow me at Tanay Pratap on Twitter. These people would come. They are impressed by your knowledge. First, find your tribe in real life and then connect them through social media. Right? The other way doesn't work. The other way of waiting to be viral, waiting to be discovered, waiting to get followers, it doesn't work 99% of the time. Then why are other social media influencers telling you that it works? There's something called survivorship bias. Look up the Wikipedia page for it. Survivorship bias means that people who have survived will talk about how they survived. You don't hear from people who died why they died, right? So these people who have survived are very low, and they have survived, yes, through creating content, but there are, for every one person, there are 99 people who have created equal amounts of content, have equal amounts of tenacity, have equal amounts of good lighting and production value, and have failed. But you are listening to only these top 1%. You are not listening to the people who have failed. But on average, ask around and see, there are so many Twitch streams going on, there are so many YouTube live, there are so many YouTube videos being uploaded, and so many of these going on. And how many social media influencers do you know? Very, very few. So this kind of influencing and personal branding doesn't work. The kind of personal branding which works is what I'm telling, because this has worked incredibly well for me in my life across different factors. Like I created a personal brand in network security, I then created a personal brand in AI, then I created a personal brand in web development, in React, and all of these personal brands were created with the same approach, by finding few people and then repeating the same kind of content again and again. This will work. Trust me. In the comments, tell me if you are creating a personal brand, where are you struggling, so that I can help you. But do comment about your personal brand journey. Hey, if you have watched the video till the end, thank you so much. Do hit the share, like, subscribe button. I'm making these videos on these mental models, and I'm going to share more and more on this. See, if you're not from the top tier colleges in India, you have to create your own luck. I have done this. I'm not from IITs, not from IIMs, but I have done this. I have created my own luck, and I'm going to share all these mental models with you in upcoming videos. So do not forget to subscribe.